Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year! I hope everybody had a good time celebrating on New Year's Eve and was safe and just enjoyed bringing in 2019. Today I want to do a face video. The last video I put up, I really was focused on the eyes and I just like really sped through the last part of the video. So I just wanted to take the time today to slow it down and just show you what I do step by step to get this the rest of this face together. So if you're interested, stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and let me know what you think and what you might want to see next. Thanks so much. Let's do it. All right, guys. So today we're starting with a freshly moisturized face. My eyes are already done, so we're going to go straight into my foundation routine. I'm going to start out with Tatcha Silk Canvas. This is really good for filling in the pores, and it just makes everything nice and smooth when you get ready to get your foundation put on. So we just rub that in all over, make sure you've got a nice, good film over your face. Film. And then you're ready for you've got a clean slate for your foundation. I'm going in today with Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation in the color 4. Well, I was until I threw it across the room. Now that we've got this foundation under control, I'm going in with Huda Beauty in the color 420G Toffee, and I'm using my Smashbox brush, and I'm just going to put a couple of pumps on the top, and then I'm just going to start rubbing that in. I'll dab it on all over first, and then I'm just going to pat it in. This way, when you pat it in, it really pushes it into your pores to give you like a really nice finish, and it gets into the skin, so it makes it look as much like skin as possible. So, I'm not using a whole lot of pressure, like I'm not killing myself with this, and I'm just kind of pressing it in. I will go back and do like a few brush strokes, like circular, but for the most part, I'm just pressing it in to get everything where I want it, and then I'll go back and kind of like blend it out. And don't forget, like when you're doing this, you want to go down your neck, so that way you don't have like a naked neck right next to a perfectly polished face. So I'll go back a little on my ears, and then I go around, make sure I get right up there next to my eyeshadow. There you go. And nothing to it, right? Pretty simple. And here when I'm brushing this in, I'm not using a lot of pressure because I don't want to be wiping my makeup off. I just want to make sure that there are no like push spots on my face, like, or indentations made from the brush. So now that that part's done, done. Put it down if it's done. I'm gonna go in with Beauty Blender. This is a new one that I'm trying out. It's by Beauty Bakery. I'm gonna use this to blend out my concealer. But I'm a little out of order. Gotta actually put the concealer on before you can blend it out, huh? Yep. So I'm just highlighting here the places where sunlight or light would hit you first, naturally. And that's the concept behind the highlighting piece. And I'm never perfect at that, so don't worry if you're not. And then I'm gonna put my contour, cream contour, which is an Anastasia foundation stick in the color Cocoa. Oh, this is by Too Faced, and it's called Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the color Golden Beige. Now I'm going in with my cream concealer. No, my stick foundation, not cream concealer. And this is the part where I do my contour. Put a little line here, and I'll put one on the other side, right next to the highlight strip. And now that that's done, now I'm gonna go in with my Beauty Bakery. And I'm just gonna start pushing that in. All my concealer. I'm doing that first because that's what I put on first, and I don't want it to sit for too long and then start to set up on my face and then I can't move it. You gotta be really careful when you get here next to your eyeshadow, because you really do not want to like mess up your eyeshadow and have to go back in, or you don't want to have to like mess up your wing, because you know those wings don't always act right and it's hard to get them to look the same. And if you got them where you're happy, you definitely don't want to mess them up and have to go back in and try to do it again. You might just be ready to wash it all off and say, forget it, we'll try again another day. So you gotta try to get really close, but be very careful. And then the rest of it's not too bad. I'm just kind of pressing it in. Again, you'll notice I'm not rubbing, I'm pressing or pushing in to my skin. And don't leave any parts out, you know? Like, don't forget that you put this on. And you wanna make sure that it's blended out as you go. So if you see something harsh, nothing to it, just go back and make sure that it's blended out, you know? I'll get here. And be careful, don't mess up your eyebrows while you're up here. If you're like me and like to do your eyes first. I like to do my eyes first when I'm not sure about the eyeshadow. Like if I'm not sure that whether or not there's gonna be fallout, I'll just be like, you know what, whatever. Let's do that first and then, you know, we go back in later. So now I'm kind of squeezing the Beauty Blender, like kind of making it tight. So that way I don't like push this light one all over the place, because I don't, like the purpose of this is to kind of like make it look like you have a streamlined nose. And what I don't want to do is press that too far out and then it ends up fat. Like, duh, that wasn't the point. So now I'll go back with my foundation brush and I'm going to blend in my concealer or my contour. I keep calling it concealer. Maybe by the next video I'll get it right. Call it contour. So what do you guys want to see next? Like, what are you interested in? Would you like to see like another eye? Like, you know, something like I did for New Year's? Do you want to see something that's like every day? Like, what floats your boat? What are you interested in learning? And now I'm gonna take another brush. I'm gonna go in with this Huda brush and I'm gonna get really close to the nose and get that nose contour there, go on there. You know, I go back and forth between like running my brush up and down versus pressing it in. Like, pressing it in it kind of helps to make sure that you don't take it off, like take your concealer off, but rubbing it in is just so much faster. So you gotta see what really works for you. The skin on my nose is kind of weird, so I have to be very careful because it will come off, like anything that I do. And now I'm just gonna go back with my Beauty Blender just to make sure there's nothing harsh on my nose. Boom, boom. Looking at it, everything looks nice and blended, no harsh lines. Now we are ready to set. So I'm gonna go in, at least I think I'm gonna go in with my MAC Cosmetics Studio Fix Powder in the color C5. Be right back. Pretty quick, huh? So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna use just a little, and I'm gonna put it underneath my eyes because I don't have like super oily skin. So I'm gonna put this on before I bake because baking can dry you out. So if you have really dry skin, I really don't recommend it. You wanna get something really light to put under your eyes and just kind of leave it at that. Baking helps like for oily people, and it really just helps to make sure that your makeup is staying in place. But oily people can kind of absorb that better than dry people can, like all the extra powder. So if you're dry, don't bake too much or don't bake too long, okay? So this color is by Huda Beauty, and the color is Blondie. I'm gonna go in with my blending egg that I used, and I'm just gonna go over all the little highlighted parts. The parts that I used the light concealer, I'm going over all of that to bake. I'm not gonna bake long because like I said, I'm kind of dry. So I'm just gonna go here. And I'll basically just leave it setting until I get, I don't like to have it creased right there. I got some serious smile on, so I go before I set the powder. But I'll just leave this baking until I get the rest of my face set. So that's why I kind of go in with this first. All right. So now to set the rest of my face, I am gonna go in with another Huda Beauty powder in the color Cinnamon Bun. And I'm gonna take a large face brush. Again, be right back. Boom, large face brush. I'm gonna tap the excess off, and then I'm gonna just go around all the places that I didn't set with the other makeup. With the other powder. Whew, got a lot there. And then I'm gonna go back with my Huda brush, and I'm gonna get just a little bit on here and go down the parts where I contoured my nose. And then, it's okay to get a little down on your neck since, we did put foundation there. And we put some on our eyes, on our ears. So, now that that part's done, now I'm gonna go back and I'm just gonna get all of that off. I'll take this big one, this big brush that I used to set the rest of my face, and I'll just get all that powder off. And voila, we are ready to roll now. Okay, now that my face is all set, now is the fun part. This is where you go in and you do your highlight, your powder contour. I'm gonna take a fan brush, and I've got this Dose of Colors Desi X Katie called Chasing the Sun. Such a pretty color. Got that, put a little on the brush, tap off the excess, and go over the high point of your face. Here's a little on my cheek, or on my cheekbone. On the other one, I'm gonna put a little on the nose, like there in the middle. Actually, it's easier to do the nose like this. Put a little towards the top, and then I'll put a little bit on the point. And then I'll put some right here above my lip. Make it a little shiny. And then whatever's left, I'll put just a dab on the forehead. Then I'm gonna go in with another Beauty Bakery product. This here, Coffee and Cocoa palette. And I'm gonna go in with this contour brush, or it's a powder brush. I like to use it for contour. And I'm gonna pick up this color Deja Brew, which is this one here. And I'm gonna powder contour. You can go right here in the hollow of my cheek, kind of blend it out. That way it kind of goes in and meets the highlighter. You see, it's kind of like, everything should be like kind of smooth, flowing from one thing to the next, not like stark lines. You don't want to be like Neapolitan ice cream or something like that. So again, just kind of smoothing this out. And then I'll go over my forehead a little bit. Not because it's big, but it just, it's nice to have a little, like, look at a little sun-kissed, I like it. So I'm gonna go for it. Now, if you're happy with the color you have, because you may want, you may want more. You may want to look really light. And if you do, that's fine. But I'm good with this right here. Now I'm gonna put on my blush. Today's blush, I'm gonna use Bobbi Brown in the color Apricot. I'm gonna take that same brush that I used for my contour, dab a little on, tap off the excess. I'm gonna start in the back, just in case there's a lot. I don't wanna be like, looking like Mrs. Claus. And I'm gonna go right there where my contour and highlight meet, and I'm just dabbing it on. And then I'll put a little more, tap again, and do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm just kind of making sure that everything is blended. And it is, I'm happy with it. So I'm gonna go ahead now and I'm gonna go back and finish up my eyes. I didn't finish them when I did my eye makeup because I wanted to, get my under eyes set up and everything. And now I'm ready to go ahead and finish that part. So I'm gonna take a brown liner by Stila Cosmetics. And just a moment. I'm back. I'm gonna take, it's called Vivid Smoky Quartz, and I'm just gonna run this in my waterline like this. It's okay if it's a little messy because we're gonna smoke this out. And I'm going to take a small brush like this. This is a Morphe M507. And I'm going to go back into the palette that I used to do my eyes, which was Morphe and James Charles. I'm going to go into this color here. This one, a combination of that one and this one, because that's what I have in the corner of my eye, outer corner of my eye. I'm gonna go in there, get a little on of both, tap off the excess, and then I'm just gonna go underneath and smoke it out. Now that that's done, go back with my powder brush just in case anything fell out. And we're good. Now I'll put my inner corner highlight here. This is also by Stila in the color Perlina. It's a liquid eyeshadow. I'm just gonna put a dab right here. I'll take that same brush, that Morphe M507. I'll go back into the James Charles and I'll take this color right here. And I'll just kind of put a little over that liquid shadow. Okay. Now for mascara on the lower lash. I tried out this eyeshadow or mascara by L'Oreal, and it's Voluminous Lash Paradise. It's a waterproof one. Seems to be pretty good. I've only been using it for a couple days, so I'm not sold 100% yet, but I like it. Put a little, oh, never do that. But you know what, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna let it dry. And then once it dries off, I will pick it off with, I'll take a Q-tip, a pointy Q-tip, and I'll get that off of there. So I'm gonna go in now to do my lips, which is the last little piece. By the way, this is a MAC Cosmetics pencil, MAC Cosmetics X Patrick Star in the color Mahogany. I'm gonna blend that in. And then I'm gonna use this. This is also a MAC Cosmetics lip gloss in the color Beady Beady Bomb Bomb. And this is from the Selena collection. Now I'm just gonna tap it here in the middle. Rub my lips together like that. I'm gonna get a Q-tip. Try to clean this up. Let's see. Oh, it's not being very friendly to me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna go back with just a dab of concealer. And I'm gonna try to fix that. Tap that in. And then I'm gonna just set it with a little bit of powder. So I'll go back in with my blondie. Just tap a little on this brush. And there we go. All good as new. And let me brush this off. And now we are ready to set our makeup. So my favorite setting spray is Urban Decay All Nighter. It's a pretty good one. So I'm just gonna spray that all over. And once it dries down, you are good to go. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on all forms of social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. All of those are GlitzyByIzzy. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any ideas about what you'd like to see next. And I will see you on the next video. Have a good day. Bye.